Hello, Ken Spriggs here with an unboxing and a review of the brand new Polar Lights Round 2 interior parts for the Star Trek Galileo Shuttle Craft. They released the shuttlecraft without an interior a little over a year ago. Now recently they've just released a brand new version of the same shuttlecraft but with an interior in it. And they also released a separate parts pack that has just the interior parts, which I ordered myself since I have the shuttlecraft already. Pardon my voice, I'm just getting over a little bit of a chest congestion and a cough, so it still sounds a little bit rough even though I'm feeling a lot better. So let's go ahead and take a look at this awesome model kit. All right, so here is the just released Galileo Shuttle Interior Parts Pack from Polar Lights. Now, they originally released the shuttlecraft without an interior. Did purchase that. Here's this one here from Polar Lights. And then they later announced that they were doing an interior kit. So they so now what they've released is you can get the shuttlecraft with the interior all together, or you can get just the interior. And so of course I already had the shuttlecraft, so I got just the interior for it. So very nice, very nicely done. Especially the figures, you can see look really good. It's all 7 of the major crew on the ship. And then they have a paint guide, well, decal guide. They have decals for their emblems. And again, a nice look on that, on those figures. There's the decal sheet. And we'll look at more of these when we open it up. Little side view there. Same one over there. And then some shots of the actual model showing the interior utility compartment with opening door. 7 crew members, all new sculpted figures. These are not the same figures they made for the bridge. They are newly sculpted. Detailed command console with clear parts, ideal for custom lighting. So very, very nice. I like the new artwork as well with the cutaway. Looks really, really cool. Maybe even a modeling idea. Do a nice smooth cutaway so you can see the interior of it. So, but pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and open this up and we'll take a look at the parts inside. Actually, one more thing I did not show is on the back. They have a nice image of the ship with all the parts. They give you decal placement again there. And they give you some color call outs at the bottom too, which is really nice. All right, very cool. There is no, there's nothing on the sides of the box when you open it like they do on some of the round 2 kits, but they do all that on the sides and on the bottom. So, all right. All right, so first we're going to take a look at the main bulkhead parts for the interior. So we have the bottom floor, which obviously is designed to fit inside. And when I did a review on the shuttlecraft itself, there were some pegs, holes already in place, so they already had planned to do this. Where this goes down inside. And then you have the various holes for the seats. And there's a little compartment here that Scotty opens up and works on the power there. We have one of the chairs. We have this part here, which I'm not sure what that is. We'll have to see. There's a little mechanism. I think this goes underneath, probably right here. That looks about right, yeah. So that's the part that Scotty's working on, the electronics to get the ship working again. You have a little control. Here's a platform for the chair. You have some other little controls. All right. Okay. And then you have the 2 side bulkheads, the walls. some built-in controls back here, some little slots for the hanging controls that they use, like this one right here. It's pretty cool. Looks like that's hinged, so you can actually pull it down, or you can extend it, or you can retract it again. All right, very nice. You have the other bulkhead, the side with the door. Some more things for controls. You have this part, which is in the back. It's gonna be a storage cabinet. It's kind of neat. Then you have the control panel with a control section up here for the front. I believe these are some pipings for the tanks in the back area. Probably that as well. Another one of those extended parts. And then you have the other bulkheads inside. So you have the wall section going back to the back area with the open door opening. I would imagine this goes behind it. Yes, this probably goes behind that to finish that off. And you have a door that opens and closes, which I believe is probably, might be this part here. Most likely. That's probably what it is, yeah. Some little controls there. Not sure what that is. That might be on the back, I'm not sure. Your ceiling, of course, and there's this recessed panel that you would put in for the top light. Once I build this in the future, I can take a look and see how well I'd be able to fit maybe some strip lighting up in there, something like that. But that's, it comes with a clear part that goes down inside of this. I'll show that later. All right. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the other interior parts and the figures. All right, so these are all the sprues for the figures and the other chairs as well. So these two look like they're the same. So you have another 3 chairs over here with their bases. These are the tanks that go in the back area. They come in 2 parts to go together. And that one's the same. So you have 6 chairs on these, and then you have 1 extra on the other sprue that I showed, which then makes up all 7 chairs. All right. So the bodies come in 2 parts. They seem to be pretty much the same for the male characters. You got their arms. A little bit different positioning of some of the arms. So that's nice. The arms are one piece that attach on, which is nice. It looks like these are just duplicated. So again, you have the 6 male figures, and you have the 1 Ahura figure. All right. And Ahura's on her own sprue, at least her body. And she's in a position with her legs crossed, which you often see in the show. Right. And then you have all the heads. You have 2 more arms. And you have all 7 of the heads. So you got Ahura. Looks like Kirk, Spock, McCoy, Chekhov, Sulu, Scotty. They are really good likenesses. I mean, that's, I was able to tell most of those right off the bat. Very cool. Very nicely done. And again, the heads are solid, so they're not just one piece. You don't have any seams to worry about. The figures were definitely a big selling point of this when I saw how nice those were going to be. So I really like that, and I like that they went with the original crew members. Now I do realize that if you're going to do like the Galileo 7 diorama, that they were not all on the ship. Kirk wasn't there. Some of the other ones, like I think Chekhov and Sulu, weren't there. But I prefer them to have the original 7 crew members, which I think is pretty cool. So very nicely done. Very nice likenesses. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the clear parts and the decals. All right, so there is the top lighting panel. You could easily sand or spray with a dull coat and diffuse it, kind of a thing. Come on. Okay, there we go. You have several control panels. So you have these, I think these are the wall units. And they're clear, which is nice. So they have raised buttons. So what you could do if you wanted to light those would be to just paint them black, then paint them whatever color they're supposed to be, and then lightly sand off the buttons to make the light shine through. And then you could just light them from behind. You also have the panels for the front control section, and you have that little disc that goes there on the top. It's very nice. Then you have the decals. Including that disc, which is nice. So even though it's just a smooth disc, you could put that on it and make it look more realistic. And the different controls as well. There's their little shirt emblems, which is nice. I believe these are their wrist. Yeah, I think those are their wrist rankings. It's pretty cool. This is for those controls as well. So really, after you scuff off those buttons, you could lay this over top of it, and that would give it a colored button look. So that's kind of cool. All right. It's very nice. All right, let's just look at the instructions. Okay. Set these down here. Okay. All right. So pretty straightforward. They show you assembling the figures. You have the bulkheads and some parts that connect onto them. You have these little parts here, which swing out so they can view them, little viewers. Your control panel. How to build all the chairs, put those in. The bulkheads. Tanks in the back area. And everything goes together. And obviously it's designed to fit inside of the shuttlecraft model, so that would be easy to do. Okay. And then they're showing other parts for the actual shuttlecraft, which I'm not sure what the purpose of that is. Interesting. I don't know if it's telling you if you want to do certain things. Only glue the walls parts 2 and 3 to the bottom assembly at the rear. Leave the front end unglued in this step. Probably because you have to get that to fit in, possibly. As a jig to hold parts together when gluing. Interesting. Okay, yeah, so it's then going on to show you how you would put this into the rest of the ship. So you would do this first, put that on first, before you go ahead and slide that in place. And then you would put the top in and put the back on. Okay. All right, so they're just adding on to the other one. Some of these aren't necessary, of course, because you have it on the Shuttlecraft instructions, but it is showing how to build the entire thing, really. I would imagine because they probably made this instruction as one instruction for this kit and for the one that is the Shuttlecraft with the interior together. So they probably just made one instruction, make it easier. That's why it's going over the details of everything that you're going to put in. Obviously, the nacelles would be something separate, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. Okay. All right. All right, so very nice, very nice. Very nicely done. Definitely going to be a great addition to the Shuttlecraft itself to have a really cool interior with some nice looking figures. All right, so very cool kit. I really recommend it. I really like the figures. I think they're very nicely done and well sculpted of all the 7 original characters in the original series of Star Trek. And the interior is really nicely done as well, and obviously designed to fit inside of this, of their own Shuttlecraft as well. So highly recommend it. I recommend from Cult TV Man. You can buy from wherever you like, but I really like Cult TV Man, and they're really good at getting these products in at reasonable prices, and their shipping is always really fast and good as well. So highly recommend them also. All right, well, thank you to all my new subscribers, and stay tuned for more content. Thank you.